boy Peter, we ruined his workout routine, man.
Oh, yeah?
I can't start my workout without the stream. Hola, bros. Peter, we apologize. Promise fix is coming. But either way, what is going on, friends and family? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I'm one of your co-hosts, David. We're coming at you from our studio here in Las Vegas. We can't get good fiber optic internet in Nevada with our daily, only on the weekdays live shows. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer, nothing that's said on this channel should be taken as financial advice. So please, as always, do your own research. That out of the way, I'd like to introduce you to not only your co-host, but also our IT specialist, also our graphic designer, also the Birdman, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we repackage it up, and we had to restart everything kind of way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also are actively publishing content on social media channels. We have deep dives periodically, and we give you videos from time to time, and especially our members-only videos, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out, we have a latest Rocco's member-only video, which we posted as public, just to give you a little teaser for the...
non-members,
for everybody. We gave that out for about 8 hours, and so if you had a notification bell checked, you would have seen it and had a chance to check it out. But if you would like to see Rocco's video, David's video, or my video, and more to come from exclusive content, make sure you guys join our membership program. That is how we pay our lease here. Also, hit the like button. Don't play around.
Everything's falling apart.
Need some more glue on here.
Maybe we can glue the internet.
Yeah, and then if you're new here, subscribe. If you're new here, welcome to the club. We are an ever evolving channel here. You know, we try to tackle.
We evolve in every facet, including broadband.
Anyways, let's get into the roll call. Where's it at? Oh, we didn't save it.
Robin was so excited, guys. We had a new animation.
Yeah, I didn't save it. We restarted our computer, so.
Come back tomorrow so you can see. All right.
So anyways, getting into the roll call, we have first in the chat, Robert Salazar. Round of applause for Robert. Congratulations. I think that is 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row, man.
My man's on fire.
Eager beaver here.
I love beavers. They're good for the environment.
You kind of look like a beaver, or no? Was it meerkats, the ones that stand on the back legs?
And what do you look like? A rooster. You should see Robin's hair without. You should see Robin's head without a hat.
Whoa!
No. When he does his hair, he looks like a rooster. Anyways, go ahead, man. Roll call.
See, you know the thing is, I got a better haircut and a better hairline, and I keep a hat on all day.
Compared to what?
I wonder if we're gonna get anybody new in here from.
We have a couple of people. If you get through the roll call, you'll see them.
I was gonna say from BitBoy's channel.
You'll see them once you get through the roll call.
At one point in time, we will start talking crypto. Don't you worry. All right, now, so roll call. We also got Marky Mark, Fino, Shizzy, Why You Loud Gang, Crypto Yogurt, Nordy, Liquidated Shorts. We got Crypto Fanatic. Is he new? He's been here before.
He's from BitBoy, I believe.
Okay, he's just got a new logo. And then we got Hindi Talk, Strictly Sports, and then
Big Chili Willie,
Survey, Big Chili Willie, and then R.A. Daniel. Who else we got in here? Hindi, I think I already said it. Oh, we got Peter K. PK.
Penalty kick.
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then we also got Brokioshi in here. And
Fino.
I think I already said Fino. We got Yazin. First time. Yesterday we had connection issues on BitBoy too. And then lo and behold, we transferred over here. So Yazin. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then Sean C's up in here. Welcome back, Sean. And then Jason Mack and JJ, also, I think he's new. He's new. We knew.
Hugh. Jiu-Jitsu.
I want to say JJ. JJ, hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto. All right, so if you are new here, make sure you say what's up in the chat so that way we can say what's up back.
Also,
in Olaf form.
Salvatore.
Salvatore?
He is back.
Oh, Salvatore here. Welcome back, brother.
All right. If you're watching us after the fact, we will have timestamps in the video so you can navigate freely, but we always recommend watching from beginning to end so you don't miss out on any exciting content. Today, I am going to show you why the Bitcoin bottom is in. It's confirmed. We will not go under $17,500. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some Ethereum metrics and why institutions are getting into Ethereum at breakneck pace. We're also going to talk Reddit. They are jumping into the cryptocurrency space using the blockchain for their community rewards. And then also we're talking a little bit about Bitcoin mining, Tornado Cash, FTX, and Moonbirds. Moonbirds. Something bad happened with Moonbirds. We'll talk about that. So with that being said, I would like to kick us off by sending it over to Robin for our market watch. Robin?
All right. So let's get right into it. We are in a peculiar spot here. Whoa, I had some ad there on the side. You saw it? You saw a little baby. You see the baby?
The wee little baby.
All right. So we got Bitcoin sitting at $23,127.45.
We forgot someone in the roll call. Unacceptable. Crypto Bandito.
Did we forget him?
We did.
He just joined late.
No, he did not. He was in there.
You better not be playing
No
with
love. No love for Crypto Bandito. We apologize. We love you, my friend. I love you, at least.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
He was. Crypto Bandito, our sincerest apologies. Will not happen again.
Bandito?
Yeah.
Hit the like button.
He probably already did. He feels betrayed.
I don't know how many likes we got.
I don't know. Like, just move forward.
All right. Now, so, oh yeah, what am I doing here? Okay, so Bitcoin, $23,127.45. We are taking a leg down. So we were as high as 24,000 yesterday when we were doing the show. Was that yesterday? Let's see. Yeah, yesterday during our show. And then lo and behold, at 23, we touched 22,000. But bounced right off of that. Now our thumbnail is David holding Bitcoin, saying the bottom is in. You believe the bottom is in, David?
I 100%.
What is you got any charts on Bitcoin here?
I got a few things I want to share for my bottom is in thesis.
Because I mean, here at this 3-month chart, I'm not a man of lines and triangles, but I'm a man of pattern recognition. And I see that we're making higher highs and we're making little steps upward. And so I think you might have something behind that idea. I don't know.
Yes, but that's a bear flag. But the break to the downside of the bear flag does not breach the local bottom we put in at 17.5. So both can be true. We could be in a big bear flag and break to the downside, and the bottom could be in. They could both be true.
And we also got David O. Seems like I haven't seen him before. He's been listening for weeks. David, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And we'll get to 65 people in the chat today. We're going to open up the club, check out David's terrible dance moves, celebrate new milestones.
I won't even argue with you on that one.
And when we get to 10,000, subscribers, can we get some like salsa lessons for David? And then like
salsa?
Yeah. Yeah, like some salsa lessons, bro. And then when we get to the 10,000 subscribers, you break out some badass salsa moves, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Exercise. He said we should call an exorcist. That's funny. Oh, man. All right.
Like Ukrainian ballroom dancing? Is that better?
What is wrong with this channel? Where are we going? What? Rocco, what the hell?
All right. You got a Bitcoin chart or not?
I'm going to wait till the end.
You're going to wait till the end? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So then a little bit more overview. We have Ethereum at $1,687. We were as high as $1,800. So in case you didn't know, we have some big number coming out tomorrow, CPI. So I think all of the markets, including the stock market, is kind of at a standstill. Oh, NASDAQ is down 1.4%. It was all even this morning.
Do you have a NASDAQ chart?
Yeah, 2 hours ago, we were all flat. So maybe they had some quarterly reports come out. Also, Kathy Wood from ARK Invest is buying into NVIDIA stock. So maybe she's hedging her bet on the America buying chips plan. You know what I'm talking about?
The CHIPS Act.
The chips.
They're going to start manufacturing in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. And that was also a lot of why with TSMC, with the chip manufacturer from Korea,
Taiwan,
excuse me. That's the whole premise or suggested premise behind why. What's her name?
Elizabeth Warren.
No,
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. She went to Taiwan.
They're all the same, bro.
Yeah,
they're all
ancient.
You know what?
Ancient politicians, bro.
Corrupt.
We need some like fresh blood in there.
Yeah.
Some people that understand technology, know how to, maybe learn how to send an email, longer than 5 years ago. Right? I feel like Sleepy Joe just figured that thing out, like, maybe last presidential run. He was like, oh, this is how this email thing works. All right. So crypto fear and greed index is big reversal, man. So 42. Okay. I think people saw the 24,000. They got a lot more comfortable. They're like, you know what? I think that bottom was in. They saw the thumbnail. They were like, yo, the time is now. I'm FOMOing in.
FOMO, baby.
But
I FOMO'd in yesterday. Yeah.
Did you? Now, here's the thing. This indicator has always been a great representation of when you're gonna, get oversold or overbought. So, this could be an indicator that, because in the same way that when you get to 17 on the fear and greed index or 15, it's usually the bottom. And I understand that you got to go to the greed side to hit the top, during the run up. But this just proceed with caution, because there's a lot of people that are feeling a little bit more euphoric than they were before. Also, with the crypto bubbles, the only thing up today is Celsius token. Are you getting any Celsius token? It's up 19%. David?
I don't answer stupid questions.
Mm.
And if I could use other words, I'm trying not to cuss, I would, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, so this is...
Guys, please. There's so mmany cryptocurrencies. Just don't.
Yeah, if you go to the their Reddits, they're having a short squeeze right now.
It's trash, man. It's
so Celsius, all the degens, they're just trying to do what's called a short squeeze. And anyways, they're trying to pump up the price so that way you can make a quick flip and dump tokens on people that come in late. So stay away, guys. And then as I mentioned, stocks in the red tomorrow. Big day, man. I'm telling you, CPI. What's your vibe?
It'll be under 9.
Under 9?
Yeah.
You think this month is the reversal? Because we've been steadily increasing month over month over month over month, and
July was.
You think things got cheaper and
in July? Well, gas.
I mean, that's literally like
gas definitely did, and gas is one of the biggest factors in the CPI. So that's a big one. I want to pull up my laptop. So yesterday, this is a NASDAQ chart. Yesterday, we talked about this candle here, right? We said if it closes like this, it would be a shooting star at the top of an uptrend, which we did see. And look, we gapped down all the way down. We are down, what are we down? Like 1.2%. And my target, if we just take this move we have here, and we just measure the leg ups and the leg down. So you have a 6.5% leg down. The next leg down, you saw a 5.25% leg down. The next one you saw a little bit less at 4%. If we just take the average and we go 5%, we should see the NASDAQ settling in right around 12,000. So which is 700 points off of where we are today. So if you're looking into shorting, not financial advice, but based off of technicals. And, we've been spending time in this oversold territory or overbought territory for a few days, for about a week. I would look to short this down to $12,000. Again, not financial advice, but some good profit could be made there. Also, Robin, hit on Ethereum. And, I brought up in the beginning of the show, but the open interest on the futures of Ethereum, which is how most institutions get exposure to Ethereum. Well, we all agree that if you just want exposure, just buy it. But this is what they do. This is how they measure. Rocco, take my face away. So this is from the 7th, the 8th. So 1 month, 8th of July, 7th of July, 8th of August. Okay. And we've just been seeing a massive uptick for the whole month. We're currently sitting at a 30-day high, over $7.6 billion in futures open interest on Ethereum. Merge is happening. As of right now, there's no delay. People are getting excited. Institutions are piling in, and it shows in the metrics, and this is just one of them.
So I did pull up the CPI chart here. This one goes back last 20 years. Nice little leg up here you got, right? Look at that. So this is where we're at now.
I don't know if I'd call it nice, but yeah.
So right
Context,
now,
bro,
9.18. And so we've been basically since the beginning of the year. So from January of 2021, the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, basically when they started printing money, that's when it started escalating. So you think the top is in for CPI?
Possibly. I don't think we're going to print a higher one next month or tomorrow for sure. Now, I don't know how things escalate. Russia just announced that they're no longer going to submit their nuclear weapons for inspection by the U.S. So,
do you blame them?
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying, the geopolitical stuff is still unfolding. We still haven't seen the Taiwan visit from Nancy Pelosi, what China's actually going to do about that.
Well, they're talking about blockading the island and not letting exports out.
Right. So that can obviously scare the markets. That can drive the price up. If China decides to put a tariff or even cut down on their exports to the U.S., and that'll help the inflation narrative.
I mean, what a lot of people always forget that with invasion you have to especially of an island, you have to usually bombard to have any success. And so with that, you're basically destroying the infrastructure there, the manufacturing infrastructure. And China is heavily dependent on Taiwan as far as their own computer chips. So it's really not in their best interest to basically destroy the country. And how else do you invade an island nation without bombing, cities? And so I don't think a full-scale invasion is on the table as of right now, but you never know. I mean,
you never know.
You know what? Nobody really thought the Ukraine thing was going to happen outside of a couple loony, geopolitical crazies out there. Most people are like, oh man, stability, world peace, all that. And yeah, see where we're at now. Also, we got BC. B-Chad. Hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto.
Wait, if you take the first three letters, BCH, Bitcoin Cash.
Can we just call him B-Rad from Malibu?
B-Chad. All right.
Okay.
You done?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Let's talk about my thesis. Okay. The Bitcoin bottom is in, and I have facts to prove it. Okay. Exhibit A. Pull up my laptop. That's a meme. Exhibit A. The Bitcoin difficulty ribbon. Okay. So let's go through this. Okay. Spend the next 5 minutes with me. And after that, if you don't believe the bottom is in, then I don't know what to tell you. If we take these fractals, okay, if we take the run up, this is in 2011. We take the run up to the bottom and we take a closer look. You can see when we're reaching a top, and these are all moving averages, by the way, we're reaching a top, these lines expand. And then once we see essentially one thick line, as layman's terms as I can put it, the bottom has been in. Okay. That's back in 2011, 2012. Let's look at the 2014, 2015 market. That's going to be right here. So let's do run up to bottom, okay? Run up to the top in 2013 all the way through 2014. And what do you see here when we bottom, okay? And it's not 100% precise to the day, but just look at how tight those lines are. And we bottomed, okay? Let's go back to the most recent bear market, which is going to be 2017 through the bottom of 2018, 2019. Again, expanded lines as we reach a top and as we reach a bottom. You can see here, if I zoom back out again and I zoom in just to the bottom part right here, essentially one line, and that's been a bottom. And so let's take it to where we're at now. And if we just take this entire fractal here, you can see we made a top here that, well, it was a local top right around 62,000. And then we came back down, the band's constricted, and we went back up and we made our all-time high at 69,000. And I want you to look at where we are with the bands now. If that is not one solid line, I don't know what is. And history tells us when this happens, a bottom is in. Okay, number one. Number two, the Bitcoin Pi cycle. Okay, now this typically shows us where a top is, but I decided to reverse engineer it. So this is essentially two moving averages, a 111-day moving average and a 700-day moving average. Whenever the teal line converges with the purple line, we get a top. Well, I figure, well, what's the opposite? How do we figure out a bottom? Same thing. I found that a deviation of 3 from the teal and the purple line has signified a bottom. Okay, let's take a look here. Back in this was back in 2014. You do the math. You take 870 divided by 295. That gives you about 3.1. You look here, the bottom here, back in 2019, same thing. And I want to just do this. I want to do the math here. Okay. 82,536, 27,116. 82,536 divided by 27,116 divided by 27,116. You get the deviation of 3.04. Now, again, you have heard multiple people talk about this pi cycle top indicator. I've reversed engineered it to find a bottom, and this has been spot on every single time. Every single time. That's exhibit number 2. Exhibit number 3, the HODL waves. This measures movement of Bitcoin, okay? Movement of the coins. This is your 10-year, 7 to 10-year, 5 to 7, 3 to 5, so on and so forth. I'm going to isolate the 10-year. And as this area expands, that means more and more, there's more people, more addresses that have held Bitcoin for at least 10 years.
Or lost it 10 years ago. Yeah.
Has not moved in 10 years. 7 to 10 year. It has shrunk a little bit, but go to the 3 to 5 year. Look at that. 3 to 5 years. People who bought Bitcoin 3 to 5 years ago, more people are keeping it in their wallets. They're not moving it. So HODL waves, good sign. And you can kind of see this. By the way, I'm using Glassnode for all of this. If you guys are metrics people, you can feel free to use it. Now, the last thing I want to do is look at price action. And I went back to 2014, so the last 3 bear markets, and I just decided to measure the percentage move from the top to the bottom and how long. So back in 2014, we saw a 84% drawdown from top to bottom, and the bear market lasted about 462 days. We go back to 2017, 2018. You're looking at an 82% drawdown, so 2% less, and it lasted for 396 days, so 30 less days. Now, the idea is, as Bitcoin gets more adoption, there's more buyers coming in at the bottom, so you don't get a as long a lasting bear market, and you shouldn't see as big of a move to the downside percentage-wise. If we look at this one here, you're looking at a 72% drawdown, and we're sitting right at 242 days. Now, there's one big reason in my belief that we see such a big gap between 396 days being in a bear market and 242 days. You had 3 arrows, Celsius, Voyager, 3 major catalysts. If I remove these drawings, and this is, by the way, this is the Bitcoin monthly chart. If you go through any bear market, okay, you'll have one big red month, and then you'll have some green, big red, green, big red, green. Okay. We go back here, same thing back in 2014. Red, green, red, red, red. And then look at what happened to us during this market cycle, okay? You had 3 massive red monthly candles. And these are measuring. The first candle measured what? 17%. The second candle measured from open to close, not even the wicks, 15%. And the last one we had, the giant one, 38% candle on the Bitcoin monthly chart. So the bear market was accelerated. Now everyone's like the cycles, 2 years, a year and a half. This time it's different. And I believe the whole recession narrative and BlackRock getting in and the Bitcoin mining narrative is moving more towards the positive. And we're going to talk about that more as well during our talking points. Guys, everything I'm seeing, everything I just showed you, the sentiment, the fear and greed index, and my personal belief that a recession will be one of the best things the greatest thing to ever happen to Bitcoin. I believe, in my personal opinion, that the Bitcoin bottom is already in. Now ask yourself this. If the bottom is in, you're looking at a $17,350 bottom, okay? Should you be buying at 23K? It's like saying Bitcoin was at 3,000. That was the bottom. It's at 4,000 now. Should I buy at 4,000? And then it goes to 70K. Would you have done that? Yes, you would have. Same scenario here. That is why yesterday I put in a large order on Bitcoin. I will continue to do so all the way up to $28,000. Again, none of this is financial advice, just my personal opinion. So there you go. What do you think about all that?
Good, man. I love all the charts, bro.
Metrics are there, bro.
Yeah.
This pi cycle thing, man, very interesting. Anytime, and it only happened 3 times. You get a deviation of 3. When you divide.
So what do you think about the chart experts? Because I feel like there's more of them saying we're going to be testing this 17K.
Well, here's the thing.
15K, look, 12K. I mean, you got Gareth saying it. You got,
and I'm not sure what goes into people like Gareth and Crypto Lifer, whether they look at on-chain metrics or not.
I mean, we respect them. I'm just giving you.
This is in no way throwing shade.
Yeah, I'm just giving
Crypto
you
Lifer, Gareth, Forrest. I love their TA is absolutely phenomenal.
I think Forrest is on our side. I think he thinks the bottom's in.
I just don't know if when they're looking at price action and charts and they're saying we're got more downside, are they looking at on-chain metrics? That I don't know. I've been doing TA for years.
I feel like they're looking at just
price action,
candles, and
which in that sense, yeah, you can say, hey, the bottom might not be. And also, and this is me as well. I was in the camp of macro. Like going into recession is going to be terrible for the price of Bitcoin. I have since shifted my opinion through everything I'm seeing and my research. I think it's going to have the opposite effect.
The thing is all of those metrics that you're looking at, all of those are taking a snapshot and comparing it to a time where we weren't in a recession.
True.
And so for me, I think the opposite. And we usually have different views on different subjects, but definitely I do think that recession is going to pull down. I think recession is negatively bad for investment. Period. There's just less money in the system. I mean, that's literally what a recession is that GDP's down, volume's down, people's earnings are down, employment is generally down, and there's just less spending. And when there's less spending, there's companies making less money. Companies make less money. They pay less people. They hire less. They hire less people and they pay a smaller wage. They give less bonuses. And let's be real. It's not the low income individuals that are working the minimum wage jobs or the $15 an hour jobs. Those aren't the people that are generally investing. If they are, they're only allocating a very small amount, very small slice of the pie. So the people that are investing are people that have larger salaries, that are dependent on bonuses, that have high-level positions, that get axed because, they have 3 or 4 marketing people. They trim it down to 2. McDonald's isn't cutting down their staff by 50%. But perhaps a hedge fund is. Perhaps a Fortune 500 company is. And those are the people that are investing. And so when you get into a recession, you see the exodus of investment in the sheer volume numbers.
But Rob,
there's less money moving around.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, and I'm gonna relate this to what we talk about for crypto, right? For our YouTube channel, we have this conversation off camera all the time about how do we get our viewership up, how do we get more members, and what do you always say? The viewers are there, right? It might be less of them, but they're there.
Here's the thing. So, and you can say that you can say the same thing for investment in crypto. You know, you can sit here and say like, hey man, you know what? We are better. You can say that Bitcoin or Cardano or Algorand or whoever, you can say that I am better than that other trash. I am better than a meme coin. You know, in the same thing that we say we have Bitcoin Cash is at a higher market cap but more investment tied up into it than the likes of all of these other badass projects that are outside the top 30. And, you know, just to say Bitcoin Cash number 30. So and to put in perspective, you're saying that these other companies have less valuation, they have less worth, essentially, than Bitcoin Cash. Algorand, VeChain, Decentraland, Sandbox, Tezos, Theta, you know, Quant. Like, and so
I'm just saying the money, there's less money, but the money is there.
The money is there. But the thing is,
I believe it's going to get moved into
they're going to go into the top projects, and that's it. Right now, you're going to have less money going into, and that's why when you mention, hey, there's less viewers. Yeah, viewership is in social media channels are also down, and because they are down, you are fighting for a smaller percent. It's harder to grow, but the viewers are there. You just got to take them from somewhere else. And the same thing can be said when it comes to crypto. Like, money is there. You just got to take it from crap projects. You got to stand out.
Even if you go outside the crypto box and you go into the traditional market, the equities, the stocks, the bonds.
But here's the thing.
The money's there.
But overall, the market's down. Overall, there's going to be less money in crypto. There's going to be less money in Bitcoin if we're in a recession because there's less money in the system. Less money in the system. I just don't see how you keep going up. That would mean you have to take money out of other systems and move it into riskier assets. And just historically speaking, whether you remove crypto out of the equation, historically speaking, people just don't move out of safe haven assets during a recession. It's just not the blueprint. I'm not saying 100% of the people do that. I'm not saying that somebody can be
safe haven asset is going to be Treasury Secretary securities.
But okay. Well, then if you're going to invest, okay, if you're not, okay, so then you have option A, Treasury asset. You have option B, S&P 500. You have option C, risky stock. I'm not even talking about crypto. Obviously, what are you going to, you don't know, you have all the numbers are pointing that we're in a recession. Obviously, outside the White House, we're in a recession.
We're in a recession.
And most people expect that this will drag out for quite some time.
Yes.
So right now is not the time to get into risky stocks, right? I'm just saying from a stock.
Yes.
So why, if you zoom out, I know we do a crypto show. And so, you know, you have this extreme bias. But if you are not in the crypto like circle, you're not like passionately into crypto, where 90% of this money comes from. Remember, the people who are watching this, that is not where that's not where the money is. It comes from hedge funds, it comes from big ass players, investment firms, VC firms. Those are people that are into crypto. And are they taking on more risk right now by moving assets into crypto? People that have small allocations in their portfolio? I just don't see it.
But for me, I agree. But for me, it's a narrative change. I believe the narrative of Bitcoin being a risky asset will flip. And thus, money will flow into Bitcoin.
It will flip, but it's just not going to flip now.
I think a recession is perfect time to recategorize Bitcoin as a risk-off asset.
I have not heard from the general public. I have not heard from CNBC or Fox News or from people out on the streets or people that I talk to. Everybody knows I'm in crypto. Nobody's come up to me in the last 6 months and been like, hey, man, I'm really feeling this Bitcoin thing. It's about to pop off.
That's dumb money, bro. What's smart money doing?
No, but you're saying the sentiment is changing. The sentiment is not changing.
The sentiment amongst institutions could be changing. And we know retail always lags behind.
But where does the institutional money come from? Okay, so the hedge funds are building right now to provide liquidity. That's what's happening. You got BlackRock, you got Fidelity, you got JP Morgan. They're actively building their platforms so that way when the When the money comes in, when the users want exposure, it's there. Because here's the thing. JP Morgan, Fidelity, BlackRock are not going to wait until 2024 for the people to be like, yo, we need some Bitcoin. We're going parabolic. You know what I mean? Like when that happens, that needs to be set up. In the same way that DeFi pumped in 2020, it didn't pump because like all of a sudden they just built it when the market just like started going parabolic. They built it, they got ready, they had everything ready for it. And then when the price ran up, they had the liquidity, it was there, it was being built. And now you're seeing the same thing.
Here's the
These
thing.
institutions are getting ready for the next run up.
Here's the thing, though, Rob, is a vast majority of portfolio managers, the portfolios they're managing of the average citizen, not the whale, not the wealthy people, they don't call him and say, hey, what do you think about moving money into Bitcoin? No, they don't do that. It's like, all right, we're going to find this. Do you want to be aggressive, not aggressive, this? Okay, bam. They start putting money. It's the high net worth individuals that might say, no, I don't want to, and be more specific where they want their portfolio and their money moved into. But a vast majority of portfolios, they don't go through that step. It's because people don't care. They don't understand. They don't understand what an equity is, what a bond is, what a treasury security is. They just want to know, is my portfolio growing or is it not?
I think high net worth individuals have a basic understanding of where their money is going. I actually disagree.
Agree. No. I'm saying,
so
but
I think they know what stocks they hold.
I
think they constantly check them.
They do.
And I think they're always watching CNN.
But if John from down the street has a portfolio with BlackRock, he has no idea. If he sat down as portfolio manager, broke it down, we got 20% of this is the growth stocks, tech stocks. He's going to have no idea.
The thing is
the average person just cares, is my portfolio going up or is it going down?
People's portfolios are down. And so there's not as much money to go and diversify into Bitcoin, just straight up. Like unless you're Michael Saylor.
Okay.
If you're not Michael Saylor, say you're a guy. Okay, say you're a guy, you have money in real estate, money in S&P 500, okay? And you're like, you know what, maybe I'll get into Bitcoin. Are you going to get into it right now? I mean, I know we would say yes because the price is down.
Let me ask you this question.
But their portfolio is probably down by 40%.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, Rob.
They don't have extra capital just to throw into it. They're probably just treading water so they don't go under.
True or false? The Bitcoin, just Bitcoin, the Bitcoin bottom, if it's not in yet, it is closer to a bottom than the stock market?
I think that right now they're moving in parallel. So I think the stock market is going to pull down farther and then Bitcoin will follow.
So
or vice versa.
If the stock market pulls down 35%, you think Bitcoin's, how much is Bitcoin?
Hell yes. It's going to fucking
tank.
tank.
How much?
I'm talking
60%?
$10,000 Bitcoin. If the stock market moves 30, 40%, $10,000 Bitcoin, bro. There's no way that every asset class in the stock market, every single thing, S&P 500, there's no way that pulls back and it doesn't, and Bitcoin don't follow, bro. I mean, let's be real, bro. Let's be real.
I disagree. That's just my personal opinion. Not saying you're wrong. It's just personally, I disagree. I think there's going to be a narrative shift once the stock market does crash. And money is going to flow into Bitcoin. And again, we made this video months ago. Recession will be the greatest thing that ever happened to Bitcoin. Go watch that video if you guys haven't done so. Not the best performing video, but it was some really good content in there. Go watch that video. It was really, really good. For me, it's like I'm an asset manager. Stock market still got 30% to go down. Is Bitcoin going to go down another 30, 40%? No,
yeah,
probably not. We'll see. I'm done, by the way.
So here's years between.
While he's looking real quick.
So I got this right here. So here's a couple things. So here's our year-to-date chart on NASDAQ.
That's Bitcoin.
Or excuse me. So here you have year-to-date NASDAQ 1,500 or 15,000 was the price here, sitting at 12,000. I'm not sure what the percentage of that is, but it was at 20% down. But anyways, anyways, NASDAQ significantly down from all-time highs. Bitcoin significantly down from all-time highs. Moves in pretty, actually. I know it's not a 1-for-1, but the trend there. Now, taking also a look at, so this is the 5-year here, and then taking a look at the 5-year here. And so you see that when you get these big runs, man, they tend to follow. And I know this is way more dramatic, but the downs are more dramatic than the ups. I mean, look how far down it slid when...
Here, pull up my laptop. This is what you're trying to do, Rob. So this is NASDAQ against Bitcoin, same price scale, okay? So year to date, NASDAQ is down 21%, Bitcoin is down 62.5%. Over the last 1 year, so 12 months, NASDAQ down 16%, Bitcoin down 50%. So, and if you go back 5 years, there you go. Look at the last 3 months. NASDAQ is up 5% and Bitcoin is down 30%.
You see, it dropped there at the same time. I mean, what is that? You see the big drop?
Right here?
Yeah. NASDAQ drops.
The
Bitcoin
orange
drops.
is Bitcoin.
Yeah. NASDAQ drops. Bitcoin drops. NASDAQ starts to regain. Bitcoin starts to regain. And you lose 30% on there, bro. I'm telling you, Bitcoin, that yellow for freaking line, it's gonna follow it, bro. It ain't gonna all of a sudden go and break the trade. It's not. I mean, look at it. I mean, when has it moved the opposite direction? When has the NASDAQ went down and Bitcoin went up? I mean, point to me one spot. And you think right now there's so much institutional FOMO that it's gonna, which by the way, institutions are freaking bleeding right now. Institutions are hemorrhaging money. People are trying not to go under, bro. People are trying not to lay off half their staff. I mean, inventory's out of control. I mean, you're getting... I'm sorry, man. I know you're looking at analytics, and I know you're looking at it. Man. I'm just saying that your charts are taking snapshots of a time where we weren't in recession. And so for me, I'm more pessimistic. I know you're not. I value your opinion. I
kind of hope you're right.
But I'm just saying that, like,
Bitcoin.
Until the history of Bitcoin, it follows the same path of a tech stock. It follows the same path of a riskier stock because the people that are investing in them invest in risky stocks in the same way that they invest in Bitcoin. And eventually it'll switch. And Bitcoiners will just be Bitcoiners, and people will just have a crypto portfolio. But unfortunately, where we're at now, people are just diversified.
You're saying eventually. I think eventually is going to be in the next year
month?
and a half. In the next year and a half, 2 years.
There's such little amount of actual investment in Bitcoin on the grand scheme of things. There's a $40 trillion worth of money in the S&P 500. $40 trillion. And Bitcoin is at 250 billion, man. Or is that 250?
500.
500 billion, excuse me.
Half a trillion.
So they're at half a trillion. And not even 440 billion. And so they're tiny. And so to think that people's mentality has shifted and they don't want anything to do with crypto, you know, they think the stock market is stupid and the Bitcoin's the truth. I mean, I think that. But it's a small little group of people that think the same way I do.
All you need is institutions to... Anyways, we're moving on. It's interesting. This is what makes this show so unique. We have differing opinions, and we each make a strong case. I mean, if I was listening, I could see my point, and I definitely see your point. Rocco, whose point are you with? Mine or Robin? Hurry up. Good points. If you had to side with one, are you Nancy Pelosi? Younger, yeah, way younger. It's interesting though. So what do you guys think? Are you with me or are you with Robin? If you're a member of this channel, go ahead and use your David or Robin emoji.
My mic was off.
Oh, Rocco's
mic was off. Sorry, there was a weird silence there. If you're with me, put my face if you're a member. If you're with Robin, put Robin's face. If you're with Rocco, which he said he's impartial, put Rocco's face. If you're not a member,
We need Rocco to apologize to the community. Say sorry, Rocco.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
what? Don't do that to him. You see how I protect you, Paisano?
Thank you. For
I expect the
jumping
same.
in.
Guys, if you're not a member yet, please go be a member so that way you don't miss out on these really amazing contents. You know what? Would you like a little sneak peek
Into what?
into? We'll play the first. Here, pull up my laptop.
Play the last.
Well,
Oh,
all right.
who's
The last? Okay, well, this is the last here. This is
the sneak peek?
Oh, sole mio. Come on, move. Let's go fast. I'm gonna be late for the live stream. Come on. Mannaggia.
That was a great video. That was our members only video. Day in the life of Rocco.
yeah, and then you had the beginning. This was Don Rocco.
Hey guys, good morning.
All right, that's it. You gotta
All
go
right.
be a member if you want to watch the rest of it.
You know, oh man, I was going to say something, but I forgot. I do that a lot. I want to say something, I forget. All right, let's move on. Rocco,
Hot take.
hot take.
That's hot.
All right, we're gonna piggyback two articles, and we're gonna talk about our hot take. It was in the title of the video. Reddit enters crypto. Ethereum layer 2 Arbitrum launches Nova chain links with Reddit. Arbitrum has launched a second layer 2 called Arbitrum Nova, and the new chain is optimized for low cost and high transaction volume use cases like gaming and social projects. And the developer has partnered with Reddit to onboard its community point system to Ethereum. If you're not familiar with the community point system, if you don't use Reddit, by the way, Reddit, 52 million daily active users, a giant social, I don't know if you call it social media, but a community app company. Huge. And if you're not familiar with the rewards program, essentially, you can give people awards and you spend money, you give them awards and you build karma points. It's a cool way to engage the community, keep people engaged in the threads, the comments, etc. On top of that, FTX is also joining Reddit in bringing them into the crypto space. They are bringing crypto swaps to Reddit. They've struck a deal with Reddit. The crypto to fiat exchange FTX Pay is integrating with Reddit and Arbitrum to allow users to pay gas fees on the community points tokens using fiat. There's a quote from Amy Wu, which is the head of FTX Ventures. Users need ETH for gas fees to transact with their community points on chain, and FTX Pay allows them to do that. Community points are, for now, only live in the crypto and Fortnite subreddits, although Reddit has a waitlist to expand into more subreddits. So
real quick,
Go
pull up my laptop. Just to get a little perspective on Reddit. Reddit has 52 million daily users, active users, which, that's a huge number. Very small compared to some of the large social media platforms like Metas and Instagram and all that. However, it gives it more room to grow, right? And so, and I think that there is a shift away from the traditional social media platforms. So you are seeing a bigger move into Reddit. It was just only like 3 years ago, you barely heard people even talking about Reddit.
Yeah.
And, it was more of a community for like video gamers and, more tech-driven people. Now you're just seeing companies get into it. And not only that, just, people just communicating in general. And now, so 52 million daily users, 430 million monthly active users. They've raised 1.3 billion in funding. Reddit is worth $10 billion. Let that sink in. $10 billion. So absolutely mind-boggling. So anyways,
what are your thoughts on this, man?
I as I mentioned,
I don't have a specific question for the hot take.
So this is what I'm seeing happen. In a lot of ways, you're looking at Reddit as a disruptor to social media platforms, right? That same centralized, like, hey, let me scroll, make a cool little interface and, integrate videos and all that. That is the centralized part of social media platforms, right? That's the traditional money, right? That's if you're going to compare crypto to something, I like to think of the banking system and the fiat system as the old social media networks, and Reddit is more progressive. It's more decentralized. It's more engaging with the community, run by the community. And so what I'm seeing is that Reddit is like cryptocurrency, right? I mean, and on top of that, because there's so many parallels, because it's a new tech industry that's disrupting the old tech industry and their little corridor, which is social media, you're seeing that there are so many parallels when it comes to cryptocurrency. Why not apply cryptocurrency to that business model and then help and leverage each other and help each other grow?
So you always make a point about not everything needs blockchain. And I'm playing devil's advocate because I don't necessarily agree with this viewpoint I'm about to express to you. But is there really a need to have blockchain for these awards people pay $5 for to give
I think
people?
I think they're finding where blockchain fits in here. And so I think blockchain will be integrated into a lot of things in our life, but in doing so, they're going to be applied to a lot of things in our life that don't really need it. And it's going to go there and then it's going to disappear, right? But there's going to be certain things that stick. And I do believe that a progressive, forward-thinking social media, more decentralized in style than the latter, as far as the Reddit community, is fundamentally different than what we have right now. Like, if you were to tell me, like, hey, a Facebook would be better with cryptocurrency, I'm like, no, it wouldn't. Just like everyone's like, well, you're gonna have NFTs on Instagram. Like, okay, cool. You just change your profile picture, but that's where it kind of ends, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe all of a sudden, Instagram is like the go-to cryptocurrency social media platform. But right now, I don't see it happening.
Do you think this is necessary, or is this just a way to?
No, I think it's a natural.
New...
I think it's a natural free market. People that, okay, how about this? Users that use Facebook are probably less likely to be in crypto than users on Reddit. Do you agree? Reddit users probably have percentage-wise more exposure to crypto.
We don't have any numbers to back
and
this
so
up.
If you're in a crypto company and you're trying to get more exposure into social media, where would you rather promote? Facebook or Reddit? And there's probably more potential for upside.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think we're getting the FTX, you're getting, the Ethereum layer 2s, or, and you're going to have a host of other players going into Reddit, because, I mean, right now there's already a pretty strong crypto community there, in this, especially in the NFT sector. So I think it just makes sense. And I think the two can grow together. They can leverage each other, help each other out. And right now, there might have features or things that probably won't make sense, but there's going to be things that stick. There's going to be things that work, and it's going to be ever evolving. The same way that Netflix, when it came out, they mailed DVDs to your house. They don't do that anymore. Can you still get a DVD mailed to your house?
I think so.
But anyways,
Actually,
that's not their business model.
No, it's not.
And so right now, what Reddit is right now will probably look nothing like Reddit later on.
Here's something of importance I want you guys to notice. When these large companies, when they start from the traditional world, right? Not the crypto blockchain world, let's just call it Web 2. When these Web 2 companies start coming into crypto and blockchain, pay attention to who they're picking. What blockchain layer 1, layer 0 are they picking? And through, we've seen Ethereum. Do you ever see any of them Solana? No. You see any of them right now? Cardano? No. And I love Cardano. Do you see any Solana, Avalanche, Binance? No, you don't. You continue to see Ethereum and these layer 2s. This is why I'm in the full belief. If you go into and this is not financial advice, if you go into the next bull run and you have 5 ETH layer 2s and you put, let's just say you have, $5,000, you put 1,000 in each one. You'll make, even if the other 4 fade away, the one ETH layer 2, if that thing pops off, which any of these layer 2 ETHs can, not only will you make all your money back, but you'll make a crap load of money. And this is why we continue to see more money pouring into Ethereum from not only institutions, not only whales, but retail as well. I mean, you look at someone like Robin, literally every piece of money he had to invest in cryptocurrency, he threw it into Ethereum. And so that's the key as well. It's not just these Web2 companies coming in. Who are they touting as their number one choice to run their Web2 program on? And as of right now, it is Ethereum. I'm not saying there's no other blockchains that are being used. I'm saying the large companies, the giants, who are they going to? All right. Let us move on to the very next segment of our show, our talking points. All right. So Tornado Cash. So this was they didn't break the internet, but it was a trending topic, not only on Twitter, social media, but on YouTube as well. If you're not familiar with what's going on, the U.S. Treasury Department sanctioned and essentially banned Tornado Cash, took down their GitHub account, took down their website, saying that over $7 billion has been laundered through Tornado Cash from the likes of North Korea, Russia.
When you say
took
down their website, they just took down the ability to access it through servers in the U.S., right? So you could circumvent it with a...
there it is. You can possibly circumvent it with a VPN.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know you can't physically type in the address, but... So the website's there, the protocol's there, it hasn't gone anywhere, and you could probably just circumvent it with a VPN, right? And so if you're going through, this is where I'm getting it. If you're going through the process of stealing money and you're looking at code and you're like, you got all kinds of hackers.
A VPN is not going to stop you.
And you know what I mean? Like, you've gone through all the process. Months of research. You're digging through the lines of code. You're like, oh my God. And you find a vulnerability. You put some money here. You move some stuff here. You create some walls. You attack the network. You're an absolute, software mastermind, right? Computer science genius. You probably know coding from top to bottom. You probably read more numbers than you have letters in a book. And so then you have billions of dollars, millions of dollars in stolen assets. Do you really think you open up your web browser and you type in Tornado Cash? Like, not available.
Like, well, can you use
damn it. Yeah, you know what?
Gosh, dang it.
I'm not going to be able to use that anymore. Like, get out of here, man. The website is up. You're going to get a VPN. Get out of here, man. Like, this is so stupid. It's so stupid.
And Steph Curry brought up a good point. He's like, I don't know why they think they can sanction a smart contract.
But you know what? Like I was saying yesterday, this is great because the politicians feel like they did something and they're proud of themselves. Pat yourself on the back, guys. Pat yourself on the back.
Here's the
they're
thing.
like, we're eliminating.
People are making noise, right?
It's like, good job, guys.
Privacy, okay. And let me get through this article and then we'll talk about it. So this is Vitalik Buterin. I used Tornado Cash to donate to Ukraine. Vitalik has admitted that he used Tornado Cash to donate to Ukraine during their war efforts. He said that he had used the protocol to make a private donation to Ukraine. My intent was protecting the recipients, not myself. The Russian government knows my positions on Ukraine issues anyway. Now, the Treasury's move was an example of a ban on a technology rather than a sanction against a person, suggesting the sanctions may be illegal and go against the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Now, we kind of brushed this off yesterday. It just broke, and I've been reading more into it, and people are in an uproar because it's not. It could have been not Tornado Cash. It could have been anything else. When you take away people's privacy, right? And I said yesterday, I don't know what people like good people use it for. We know what the hackers use it for. And here's an example. Vitalik said he sent it through Tornado Cash because he wanted the people who received millions and millions of dollars to remain anonymous so they're not targeted. That is one use case of why people use it, not for bad things, for money laundering. So I was not 100% informed as far as all the information I needed. But after doing a little more in-depth research, if we let them do this, which they've already done, but if we're okay with this, then what's next?
Yeah, they're trying to shut down the internet. Like, it's good luck. You can't shut down the internet unless you take the whole thing offline. And so you can't pick and choose what you don't want, what parts of the internet you want on. That's essentially what's going on here, right? Blockchain is an internet-based protocol at its core value. It's software that lives on the internet. It checks in with different people's computers, aka nodes, just to make sure it's up to date. That's all it is. Think about it. It's not saved on one person's computer and runs off of that person's computer. It lives on the internet. It lives in as a software on the internet, and it bounces off of nodes just to check in, make sure everything's up to date. That's it. So you want to block a software program, you got to turn off the internet. That's it. So you can't do it. The only thing you can do is stop exchanges from listing things. And then, but if I really want to buy it, I'm going to go buy it anyways, right? If I want XRP, I'll go buy it. I think a lot of people that are in our chat probably own XRP. You know what? It's not allowed to be traded in the US. Most of us are in the US. I own XRP.
Rocco doesn't own XRP.
No, not even one.
No? You know, I have the change. You know what I'm saying? I have
Only got triple digit.
I have like, it was probably $50 or something. I don't know. Anyways, I had some and then I ended up moving it around and there's still some left. But anyways, at some point in time I've had XRP. And that's it, bro. You can't stop it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You know, you remember?
Thought you were gonna make a point.
No, my point is that like it's an internet protocol. You can't shut it down. If it was Twitter, you could shut it down because there's a company behind it, and you can have a court order injunction. Try to serve a court order injunction to Bitcoin, like.
You know, do you remember? No, that's gonna let me think of what happened. Yes, it is. Okay. So what happened the last time? You remember when they were the truck at the border of Canada, and people donate some money, and the mom get the bank account frozen because they sent some Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If you can have avoid all of this with Tornado Cash. So we never know that we donate some money. Some people were in needs.
Yeah.
You know, that can be a good thing.
You know, Strictly Sports said now Vitalik says use it. You agree? It's not about what Vitalik says it's okay. It's about yesterday when this news broke. I wasn't super familiar with Tornado Cash as far as what people use it for outside of the hackers and, you know, laundering money. And so when I started going on social media and everyone's in an outrage, I'm like, all right, let me do some more research on Tornado Cash. And this was just one example. And so it's for me, I'm not stuck in a one, like if I say something, I can't say, hey, look, I didn't have all the information. I was wrong. I'm not that kind of guy. If I was wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. And yesterday to just dismiss this and say, oh, it's not a big deal, that was wrong. And after doing more research and seeing what people actually use it for and the whole privacy thing behind it, it's wrong. It's just like after 9/11 happened here in the US, the Patriot Act, they started hacking into people's phones and putting cameras at every single intersection. That's where it starts and it continues to go. And they just reach, we got away with it. Oh, well, let's reach a little farther this time. Got away with it. Let's reach a little farther. So it just sets a precedence that, hey, we can just go in there. But like Robin said, it's blockchain. It lives on the internet. Unless you shut the internet off, you're not really going to be able to do anything. So, but in their eyes, it's a win. Like Robin said, in their eyes, it's a win.
You know, if they want to get something done, man, they should call Cox Cable because they're amazing at shutting off the internet. Just saying. They do a phenomenal job here at our studio.
All right, let's move on. Some more ETH, not some more, but some ETH news. Circle to fully and solely, so only support the Ethereum proof of stake chain. This is a quote from, I'm not sure who said this, but it's from Circle. While we don't speculate on the possibility of forks post Ethereum mainnet merge, USDC as an Ethereum asset can only exist as a single valid version. And as stated previously, our sole plan is to fully support the upgraded Ethereum proof of stake chain. It means that the two largest stablecoins in the crypto space, Tether and Circle, will not support any potential hard forks of Ethereum. Talked about this yesterday. It's kind of split down the middle. You have Justin Sun, Poloniex, these other miners saying fork. But hey, if the large players like Tether, like Circle, like some of the large exchanges are going to say, hey, we're only messing with the proof of stake ETH, is there really a chance? Robin, you got anything else to add to this?
I think it'll fork. It'll be prominent in the forked environment, I guess, if that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be in the top 50. It'll fork. It'll be in the top 50. And then over the next 8 years, it'll slowly go away.
All right, let's move on.
and Circle will be with the real chain,
which is the Ethereum proof of stake.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I mentioned this in the very beginning of the video. The whole Bitcoin mining is bad for the environment narrative is starting to simmer and go away. And what you're seeing is the creativity of companies and corporations and people who are taking an issue, right? People have an issue with how much power Bitcoin mining consumes. And they just keep finding new ways to not only amaze me, but to better the environment and better the world. Pull up my laptop. So with landfills, okay, tons of methane gas is omitted. And so methane capture of Vespine Energy raises $4.3 million to help cities mine Bitcoin. Vespine Energy, which is a methane mitigation company providing Bitcoin mining infrastructure, closed a $4.3 million funding round led by Polychain Capital to launch net carbon negative Bitcoin mining. They utilize microturbines installed at municipal landfills to convert excess or wasted methane gas into electricity, which is then fed to Bitcoin mining data centers. Now, here's the cool part. The municipalities have a completely hands-off experience, which enables a completely new revenue stream with zero cost to the municipality. Municipality, city is interchangeable. And there's a quote from, what's the name? Adam Wright, CEO of Vespine Energy. And because our sites require no connection to the grid or pipeline build-out, we can turn otherwise harmful and wasted landfill methane into a clean power source for carbon-negative Bitcoin mining in about 6 months. Furthermore, the unique structure Vespine offers actually incentivizes local governments to learn more about Bitcoin and the mining process. In an interview with Bitcoin Magazine, executives from Vespine detailed a profit-sharing process which allows local governments to profit more when Vespine profits more, and vice versa. So you're creating money for the cities, you're reducing carbon emissions, and like, dude, this is amazing. Like, are you as amazed and as impressed by this as I am? Like, how cool is this, man? You don't care.
First of all, this I'm a man of thumbnails here, and this thumbnail bothers me because
this thumbnail's terrible. You can't even read.
These graphic cards. First of all, I'm just saying the graphics cards, they all have fans, so there's no way there'd be vines growing on top of it. The fans, they would get in the fans and it would clog it all up. So first of all, that irritates me. And who the hell is capturing methane? What are they gonna put freaking graphics cards on the back of cows' necks? Like, let's get out of here, bro.
They're capturing They're capturing the methane, turning it into energy, and then taking it.
It's going to be hydroelectric plants are the ones that are going to be predominant.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, methane, get out of here, bro.
What do you mean, get out of here?
Get out of here.
Okay, so methane is good for the environment?
I'm telling you.
Is methane good for the environment,
When I see graphics cards on the back of a cow, capturing that methane, because cattle are the number one producers of methane in the United States. I'm just letting you know. That's right. That's right. The cows,
what the hell is wrong with you, bro?
Produce methane. You're gonna go capture methane. Put the damn graphics cards on the back. Put an ASIC on the back of that cow, bro. I'm just saying.
I got 20 mega hash with this new cow.
Let me talk
20 mega ass on 20 mega hash. Let's go. Give me some more bull sound.
Rocco, let me talk to someone who's a little more, a little more human.
Okay, what do you want to know?
How cool is this, bro?
I mean, if it was real, maybe, but I don't know.
What do you mean if it was real?
I don't know.
How was it not real?
What is
6 months.
Yeah, but only what? One place, one city, one.
You can go to every landfill and capture the methane gas that would otherwise go to waste and harm the environment, capture that, and then use that to mine Bitcoin. How is this not exciting? How is this a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's just, there are so many other things you can do it.
Like what?
No, I mean, not in crypto, but in general, if you want to really save the planet. I don't think this.
So, okay, so you're
it's
saying
feasible.
because it's not a huge thing, it's not good?
No, if they're going to do it, why not? But I don't see anybody.
What about the money it's going to bring to the cities, to fund schools, to fund welfare programs, to fund whatever the case may be?
In paper, in theory, it's all good. But then in practice,
Yeah, I'm just saying the amount of energy they're probably producing pales in comparison to like the large
It's
green
still
energy sources.
bro. It's
No,
still
I get
energy.
it. And I'm not saying that it can't be used. I'm not saying that it isn't something that somebody can use it. Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
In the same way that you put up one wind turbine or a small little wind farm, and you're like, yeah, we're green now. Like, no, but there's like 5,000 coal power plants down the road. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, the movement is in the right direction, but all of the energy is being produced this way. And that's how it's going to be. Ain't enough methane in this world to run, you know what I mean? The amount of the Bitcoin miners. Real quick, man. I want to have a little flashback here.
What time?
No. So Tornado Cash, big subject. I know I'm bouncing back. I know I'm bouncing back, but we got to bring our lady back on. Got to get our lady back on. The one that was super passionate about Tornado Cash. My girl, Miss Elizabeth Warren. Please stand up. All right. So in case you guys missed this interview, let me put the sound on.
When was this?
Sorry, I muted it earlier.
When was this?
This was probably like 2 months ago.
With the volume of crypto transactions reaching nearly $16 trillion last year, that's up about 600% just from 2020. Now, most of that growth has been
600%.
driven by speculation and gambling, but we also know that crypto provides a new payment option for criminals and cheats. And it's how those who attack our systems with ransomware collect their money with the least risk that they will be caught. In fact, according to one of our witnesses who's here with us today, about 3/4 of the money collected in ransomware attacks last year went to Russia-linked actors. So Russians certainly know how to run illegal scams through crypto. And we know that other countries have used crypto to evade sanctions. Mr. Levin, your company tracks illicit finance in crypto. Do you know which countries have already used crypto to evade sanctions?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. It's an incredibly important issue and something that we spend a lot of time researching and detecting, actually. So when it comes to sanctions evasion, the transparency of the blockchain actually does...
Excuse me. My question was, do you know the 3 countries that have already used crypto in order to evade
I can't stand watching her
sanctions?
interview someone, bro.
We have detected the use of cryptocurrency in Venezuela, Iran, and North Korea.
The next question is when she followed up with
just last
Mixer
week,
services.
FinCEN, the federal agency responsible for identifying financial crimes, issued a warning that in light of the sanctions against Russia, quote, sanctioned persons, illicit actors, and their related networks or facilitators may attempt to use crypto and anonymizing tools to evade U.S. sanctions and protect their assets around the globe, end quote. Even so, the crypto industry claims that Russians cannot use crypto to hide their wealth because the $3 trillion crypto market is too small and too transparent for that to work. So let's test that out just a little bit. Mr. Levin, let's consider one of Putin's cronies who already has $1 billion or so in crypto that he wants to hide from the governments that are enforcing sanctions on oligarchs. Now, can this oligarch make it harder to trace his money if he hops from one blockchain to another, if he deposits those tokens into a couple of wallets that don't require him to provide identifying information, and if he uses a mixing service that launders his money with other people's money?
Thank you, Senator. So the scenario that you described, where an oligarch...
What are the odds she's going to cut him off if she starts, if he's not saying something she wants to hear? I say 99.999%.
I love his answer.
let's hear it.
Has $1 billion to be able to launder, requires significant amounts of liquidity to be able to obfuscate that amount of money through the use of cryptocurrency. In fact, many times we've been able to identify.
I'm sorry, let me just remind you of what my question was again. What I'm asking is about the tools that are available. Now, he may have to break it up into multiple pieces of, who knows, $100 million at a crack.
Flips out.
But the question I'm asking is, does hopping from one blockchain to another, does depositing tokens in a couple of wallets that don't require him to provide identifying information, and does using a mixing service all make it easier for him to hide his money?
So, Senator, the answer to that question is no, because
There we go. So anyways, Elizabeth Warren, she's probably the spearhead behind this Tornado Cash.
She's a chair of these oversight or financial something.
We all know who's behind the ban on this Tornado Cash thing. And congratulations to you, Elizabeth Warren. You've successfully pulled down the website that anybody can easily circumvent. And
round of applause for Elizabeth.
That's right. I'm telling you, this is great because Congress and government thinks they have a victory here. And hang your hat. Go right off into the sunset. Leave everything else alone, right? Thank you. That's all I got. Sorry, Dan. Sorry.
I was going to tell her to go right off somewhere else. But
it's bad for politicians. They can never use the Tornado Cash to launder all the bribe that they get.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Boom. All right, Rocco, last segment of our show, NFTs. Let's go. Moonbirds ruffles some holders' feathers with an abrupt switch of their copyright policy. Moonbirds, which is a popular NFT project, has abruptly changed its copyright model. The co-founder Kevin Rose explained in a Twitter thread on Thursday that Moonbird and its sister project, Oddities, will adopt the Creative Commons CC0 copyright code, which means the art is now in the public domain and can be freely distributed, augmented, and commercialized without the owner's consent. In this new future, true ownership is dictated by what is recorded on chain, the way it should be, not by a record housed by a government or corporate entity. This is from the Kevin Rose, the creator of, co-founder of Moonbirds. He also goes on to say, oh, wait, no, this is from someone. Someone said this. Artists and creators, I believe, should make the decision up front as consumers bought with an expectation. Shortly after the Moonbirds announcement, I actually lost a six-figure licensing deal that I've been working on for a while, said Twitter user lacause.eth. And if you're not familiar with Moonbirds, they just came on the scene guns blazing. They got all the way up to a 30 ETH floor. If we look here, you'll see, the floor was well over 30 Ethereum. You're looking at 32 Ethereum. We got up to about 32 was the highest it got. Now sitting at 14.8. And if you go look, people are just dumping. I mean, 15, 14, 15. So was this the right move, Robin? Like, people buy the NFT, right? And in their roadmap with NFTs, they say you own the rights to this, to distribute, to make money on it. So people go in and they decide to spend, whether you bought on the secondary or minted, they spend money to buy the project based off of what you're telling them. And so I don't know this story about this guy who lost a $100,000 deal on a licensing deal. I don't know if that's true, if that's made up, but that's besides the point. If I'm buying into your project and one of my main reasons why is because I own the copyright and then you just go and change it, no vote, not asking your community, is that wrong? Or you just get what you sign up for?
I mean, might not be ethical, but is what you sign up for, man. Right?
I knew you were going.
This is what you sign up for.
How is this okay?
Here's the thing. A lot of times you buy into an ICO, you get early exposure to a cryptocurrency token, and then all of a sudden there's all kinds of voting proposals and changes that later on. It's what's in store for being an early adopter. You don't want change. You don't want things you want stability. Pick an older project that has been around, that we can stand, that stands the test of time. I know that NFTs are new, but in the grand scheme of things, there are newer projects that haven't really been as tested as some other ones. So
this is BS.
I'm not advocating. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, that's great. No, I'm just saying that like, hey man, I'm not surprised. Put it that way.
They're trying to expand their brand, jack up secondary sales because they're making 2.5-3% on royalties for every sale. BS. You're screwing over your holders to essentially, I would call this a cash grab in my opinion. People think the founders of an NFT project make a crap load of money on the mint. That's not true. They make tenfold on secondary sales and royalties than they do on the mint. So BS, Moonbirds, Kevin Rose, shame on you. And if I had a Moonbirds, I would dump. So, all right, I'm done.
Go.
You done? Anything you want to add? Rocco?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm going to go meet
Rocco, are you going to buy Rakudos?
What?
Rakudos?
Pull up my laptop.
When I say you're done, why do you say yes?
The Rakudos remind me of Rocco. It's awfully familiar. I mean,
tell me, hell is wrong? The disrespect, bro.
I mean,
you saying that reminds you of Rocco?
Yeah, look, it kind of looks like Rocco here. He had a Spider-Man hat instead of this being Spider-Man. It was like XRP.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, because I have a XRP hat. That's not today, but
this is disrespectful.
But it's also named Rakudos, which is very similar to Rocco, the Solana-based NFT.
No wonder your kids love you because you're also a kid. All right, Rocco, roll the outro music. Roll the outro. Friends, family, friends of family, and family of friends. Rocco, we need your face in there. Your face in there.
There's that Rakudos.
Because I don't have my sheep hat today.
Hey, in all seriousness, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and continuing to support this channel. We love you guys. On behalf of myself, Robin, and Rocco, we will see you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. Until then, peace.
See you.
is like